Okay, time for another Gunpla News episode. I've been gone for a little while, but I don't think too much has... Oh. Oh. Okay. This might take a while. Okay, so there's been a lot of stuff going on in my life recently, and for the last couple weeks or so, I just haven't had the time or energy to keep up with everything, but that is all behind me for now, so let's get on with the news. It's July now, so the first wave of the month is out. The 1/100 Kimaris Trooper, high-grade Gundam local type, brown petite guy, and white petite guy are all available for purchase from your retailer of choice. I personally have no interest in anything in this wave, although I will bring to attention the box art for the Gundam local type for just a moment. Up until the Gundam, every high-grade Origin kit's box art was the same cel-shaded CGI aesthetic as the OVA, regardless of whether or not the suit actually appeared in the anime. But the art for the Gundam here looks much more traditionally drawn, although it still has hints of the aesthetic of the other illustrations. Obviously, this has no impact whatsoever on the kit itself, just an odd little detail I noticed. We've also got a good look at the hyaku-shiki Revives box, although that one won't be out till August. Still looks awesome, though. Speaking of box art, we got some for what's easily the most anticipated July release, the Master Grade Thunderbolt Gundam Verka. And not just box art, we've also got some in-hand review sample images as well. I'm not going to go through all of these, there's a lot of pictures in this gallery, but I'll just quickly skim over these three, since they do reveal a bit of new information. Firstly, we've got a clear close-up of the joint coverings. Secondly, it looks like the cockpit on the core unit opens up to reveal the pilot. And finally, there is a beam saber holster on the side of the backpack in case there weren't enough weapons on this thing already. This is most likely the last episode of Gunpla News to feature the Thunderbolt Gundam since it's coming out very, very soon. In fact, it might actually be out by the time you're watching this. And if this doesn't come with enough artillery for your taste, well, there's a solution to that. Remember that secret P. Bondi item for the Thunderbolt Gundam they teased back at Shizuoka? Well, now we know what it is. There's just this illustration to go off of for now, but apparently it's a pair of new rifles and a hangar display for the main kit. Granted, still P. Bondi, but at least it's out there. And the other P. Bondi item they teased for the real grade Sinanju, that's out in the open now too. It'll be a 4-part upgrade consisting of dual bazookas, which is twice as many as everyone was expecting, a damaged alternate head, which is awesome, and slashing beam effects for the axe, and a pilot figurine of the Echoist guy that bazooka the Sinanju in the face. Seriously, I am so stoked for this set. I actually just saw episode 3 of the OVA about a week ago, and I love that scene that this set references, so this is a solid thumbs up for me. The one thing that bothers me is the head very obviously has to be painted to look correct. There really isn't any other way they could have done this though, so it's not a big deal. The set's going to be 1900 yen, and while it will be P. Bondi, that's not going to stop me from trying to get a hold of one. While we're on the subject of P. Bondi reveals, might as well just kind of get the rest of them out of the way right now. They're re-releasing the old HGUC Mega Launcher on its own with a new marking sheet, and they're doing an extra finished version of the Master Grade Perfect Strike. No new molding on the Strike, by the way, it's just using those extra parts that came with the remaster version. And then, finally, we've got a P. Bondi kit that's actually worth talking about, the high-resolution model Gundam Barbatos Form 6. Apparently that Grimgird pic from a couple months back was just a clever Photoshop job because this kit right here is the true second high-res model. It's obviously not going to be the cheapest thing in the world to get since it's a P. Bondi version of an already expensive model, but if you're willing to shell out the 18,000 yen to get a hold of one, it'll be coming out in October. I'm going to pass on it myself, but I do admit that it looks pretty damn cool. Thanks to Dengeki Hobby, we have some detailed images of the real grade Sinanju. They actually took a whole gallery's worth of pictures like with the Thunderbolt Gundam, but again like with the Thunderbolt, I'll just point out the new stuff, which is the cockpit mechanism. We got pictures of that open, we've seen that before on other real grades, but now we know exactly how it's going to work on the Sinanju, so that's cool. Going to have sliding mechanisms on the shoulders and the skirts to reveal parts of the inner frame. Doesn't look like it's going to be the usual real grade shifting armor thing, looks like it's some kind of manual thing. Still a really cool detail. No new release information, but we do have images of the September Build Fighter kits, more of them rather. Got action shots, back shots, and further confirmation that the Lightning Gundam really is supposed to use that stupid looking backpack. Combined form's apparently called the Lightning Gundam Strider, and it's Yuma's Gundam for the OVA. As far as I can tell, the Quanta is officially being called the 00 Shia Quanta, and there's hardly any question at this point as to who's going to be using it in the show. And then the Bear Guy P is still just Bear Guy P. Thanks again to Dengeki Hobby, as we've got unpainted, unstickered images of the SD Gundam Barbatos DX set. Looks to be a really fun kit, much better than a certain other SD line. Speaking of, X-Standard Death Scythe Hell in September. Yay. The Figurized Bust line seems to be pretty successful since they're branching out from the Cosmic Era. Next release is going to be Mikazuki, and we've known about that for a while, but now we do have runner images. I really do like that thing they're doing with the bus where you can like press the runners together to partially assemble a kit before you even cut the parts out. It's a really cool gimmick. They're also following up Mika with Setsuna in September, and that's what I'm definitely looking forward to. I just hope Lock-On isn't far behind. Here's something that completely slipped under the radar for me, the next character stand. Apparently they're branching out the Line Plast IBO, because a Fumina baseplate has been up for pre-order for a while now. I honestly didn't even realize this existed until I was browsing Hobby Search and I just saw the pre-order listing for it. Finally, some new IBO Season 2 kits that I missed the first time around. Bandai seems to be making special mention of how the Barbatos Lupus has outstanding color separation, with stock photos that show off how the shoulder emblem is made from plastic. With how sticker-heavy IBO kits tend to be, this is a welcome feature. They've also showed off the inner frame, but I will admit that I'm not really familiar enough with the Gundam frame to assess whether or not this is a new mold. Then there's these two guys right here. This first one is quickly becoming my favorite of the Season 2 designs. Looks like it's got a grazed frame under here somewhere, but it's so much beefier than the previous designs. I love it. And then we got this guy right here that looks to be the new grunt suit that we saw in the trailer. I'm liking the riot shield, and the Hyaku-shiki chest design just serves to remind me that we never got a Roe kit, and that makes me sad. And with that, Gunpla News is finally up to date. Only took, 3 weeks? Anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe if you're new here, and if you want to see more Gunpla News and reviews, just hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.